One of the main issues that I found recently in society is people don't believe that they have an adequate external beauty versus what they believe they are internally. And I can't even begin to describe how many people I've talked to that are like, hey, I think I'm like ugly, like I'm sincerely ugly. And then you look at them and you're like, how in the world could they ever get that from what they look like? And you go and you ask somebody like, oh, if you had to like rate this person, what would they say? And like, oh my god, like that person's so beautiful. And you tell them, and they honestly don't understand what you're saying. And I've had that happen, and it's so frustrating. But it's society nowadays. Like they people want you to think that you need makeup and you need all the nice clothes and you need everything external to make you feel beautiful. And it comes to the point where like all of these girls, all these different, like everybody, it's not even gender specific, everybody some point or another feels like they're ugly. And you have to look past the superficial. Like you are born with what you are for a reason. You're not born with a deformity to make you look ugly. You're born with it because it makes you special. It makes you different from the others around you, and that itself makes you beautiful. I personally would like to say that everyone has something that makes them beautiful and loving to everybody. Just because, oh, you have a big head. Oh, you're really skinny. Why are you so anorexic? Like, you can't. Some things you just can't control. Like, how can you tell someone that's freakishly tall that they look ugly because they're tall? What are they supposed to stop growing? It's genes. Like, you can't. Now, of course, like if someone has altered themselves to make themselves look ugly and then they say they're ugly, then okay. But otherwise, you can't just go and tell someone, hey, you look like this, you're ugly. You can't be a hypocrite, because you yourself are an ugly person by telling someone else that they're ugly. You can't be beautiful and telling someone else that they're ugly. Because honestly, no one is ugly. You could say people look like, oh, it's an ugly like dog and stuff, but they're still cute, aren't they? Let's be honest. Ugly puppies are still cute. So if you're ugly as a person, they're actually calling you cute in this sort of way if you think about it. But you just it sucks nowadays that people don't want to look inside and be like, oh, I think I'm beautiful just the way I am. People have to hit the gym. People have to get surgeries. People have to do all this unnecessary stuff just to make themselves more appealing to others, when people can't just sit there and go, you were born this way, let me try to accept that for what you are, and let's move on. It stops tons of relationships from happening. It stops tons of friendships. It probably, even nowadays, it probably stops a lot of careers from happening, because people just don't want to look past the face. They want to look directly at the face and judge them from there. They don't want to look, oh, what's this person like inside? Does this person have a beautiful personality, or do they have a beautiful face? And they do not want to go into that most of the time, because you can look at your face and say whether you look good or not. But to look at your personality takes a lot more time, takes a lot more effort, and takes a lot more, you know, determination to do. You just can't look at somebody and figure their personality out. It's impossible unless you're like the greatest psychologist in the world, and I don't even know where you can find him, so, or her. So in that case, people should stop judging people by what their face looks like. You could have the ugliest face in the world, but be the most beautiful person on the inside, and that's what people are missing out on nowadays. You have to look beyond the first layer. You have to look at everything underneath, because those are the ones that took the longest to develop. This can change instantly. The other ones, you could find out one day and it will break your mind how beautiful that person is. And those marriages that stay forever, those friendships that last forever, it's not because they looked hot or attractive. It's because their personality were so attractive that they combined, and it just made for something really, really beautiful.